30 single unders. 30 single unders, or Mark, just give me about 15 air squats while they're doing their single unders. And then when you get through those 30, let's do 15 sit-ups. All right, you finish those 15 sit-ups. You can grab your jump rope again. We're going to go back to those double unders now, 30 double unders. And Mark, we'll just go back to those 15 air squats. All right, then you're gonna give me 15 good mornings. So this can be with a weight or without a weight. You could just be sitting your hips back, pretending like you have a weight on your back or in front of you, or if you have a dumbbell you want to hold, you can hold that weight in front of you, just sending those hips back. Make sure we're loading up our glutes and hamstrings and squeeze our glutes again to come back forward. Weighted or unweighted doesn't matter here.
Yeah.
15. Very good point, Dave. I wonder if we get the security cameras in the gym to just turn into a Zoom like virtual class. Just
Yeah.
watch people working out on that security camera.
I mean, seriously, set up a couple cameras and just throw out there what the coach is doing.
All right, so we're gonna go through a second round of that. You can go back to those single unders now, keeping it nice and easy. 30 single unders. Try and minimize that jump. Try and speed up that rope just a little bit on those singles. See if we can get your heart rate up in those 30. Then we're going back to those sit-ups. 15 sit-ups. And finish up those sit-ups, back to those double unders. Double unders, try and speed them up a little bit. Try and relax your hands down by your side. See if you can get to those 30 pretty quick or in one set, that's what the workout's going to look like. So we're kind of testing what that workout's going to be with this 30 right here. All right, then back to those 15 good mornings. This time, I do want you to use weight if you did not use weight before. You can have it, like I said, in front. You can put it on your back. But either way, let's try and load up that hinge, hinging your hips back. Get to that stretching point, maybe even hold it for a second, and then pop forward with that glute squeeze. Did you guys all fill out our survey? See our survey in the newsletter or on Facebook?
Yep.
Awesome, Dave. You get a thumbs up for today.
I haven't.
Mark.
I saw it, but I haven't filled it out.
All right.
Probably the ultimate thumbs down.
Well, so just that's going to help us kind of what we were talking about earlier on. That's going to help us guide kind of what we are doing and how we're going to reopen, what you guys think about reopening and what you guys feel comfortable with. But we want to make sure that you guys get your voice heard with that. And then in that newsletter, there's a whole bunch of different, it's kind of our plan about outdoor, indoor, all the things we're going to be doing for cleaning. We're going to send out even more details as we get closer to an actual opening date. All right, so we're going to start with our strength this morning. We're going to get a little arm pump going on. So the way this is written is you're going to be doing 3 sets of 10 reps, and the important part's actually the tempo. So it's going to be 2 seconds. In this example, we're doing a curl, so it's going to take 2 seconds to go down to the bottom of the curl, 2 seconds to come back up to the top. Now, I know we have all varying amounts of weight, so it might be that you can't curl the weight that you have 10 times. We're going to bring the reps down. The important part is trying to get that load just right. So I want that load right with the tempo. So like Eduardo, you just have that 35. If you can do 6 reps or 4 reps or something like that, that's where I want you to be, instead of not doing anything or going super light and not getting anything. Let's work on that tempo element, all right? So the way it's gonna work is I'm gonna do 1 set with my right, 1 set with my left, and then we'll go through basically 3 rounds. We're gonna do a dumbbell press, so that's gonna be a strict press up over our head, same tempo, 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Same thing with the left. And then we'll do a skull crusher, which I can demo when we get there. So we'll go through this 3 rounds, making sure we're getting 3 sets with each arm, 3 sets on the right, 3 sets on the left, and 3 sets of each one of those movements. We got a lot of kind of pulling and pushing strict work today with our arms and shoulders. All right. You can make this progressive across them for those of you that have a little bit more weight. It's like Dave and Mark, if you have maybe a lighter one that you want to start off with, and then you can kind of build as we go. And I know you guys have a little more options for your different movements. Like Eduardo, that skull crusher might be kind of rough with that 35. So I know you have a lighter one. We might want to go to that lighter one for that one. All right.
How many reps?
So it's 10 reps, ideally, if you can get 10 reps in with the weight that you have. So like Eduardo, we may be taking that one down if you got that 35 to just a few reps. But we're thinking about that 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. And it should be, the idea here is it should be tiring. If we're doing 10 reps, should be getting kind of tired about the 8th rep, but we're not failing on 8, 9, or 10. So if you got to take those rep numbers down, we're getting that rep number where we're not actually failing. Took a pandemic before we did curls, right? All right, slow it down just a little bit, Dave. There you go. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys, actually. If you want to finish 3 sets on the curls and be done with it, you can do that. If you want to do it kind of rotating through, so if you finish that 1 round of curls and do 1 round of press, 1 round of skull crushers, you can do that way also. Good. On that press, we're thinking about turning that rib cage down. So we're not overextending here. I'm going to turn that rib cage down like I've blown out some birthday candles, lowering it with control to my shoulder, coming straight back up in the air. So not trying to hyperextend or arch that back at all when we're doing that press. Especially on that negative. A lot of times when we're receiving that weight, we stick our chest up and out. Nice job, yo.
Ten and 10.
10 and 10. Yeah, and if you guys are watching Eduardo, it looks like you're ready for some skull crushers. All right. Let me demo this while you guys are watching. All right. So if you have a bench, and Dave, Mark, I know you have a bench. It might be easier on a bench. But what I can do is I can lay down. I'm basically going to be bending my elbow like this. This is the direction I want to go. But I'm going to be holding that weight up over my head, locked out here. I wouldn't hold it directly over your face. I'd hold it just to the side. I'm going to bend that elbow down till it touches my shoulder, and then I take 2 seconds coming back up. So it's really going right beside my face. If I turn a little bit here, you can see I'm going to lower down 2 seconds, and then coming back up. If you have a bench, you can actually go kind of up over your head a little bit more and come back. But it's going to about that ground level. Like I said, if you have a bench, you can go a little bit lower for that extension. Just feel out that first one, make sure we're not dropping any weights on our face. Nice job, y'all. Good tempo. 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Told Katrina yesterday, Sean's getting big. 6 feet almost.
Say the last part.
Sean's getting big. 6
Did you
feet.
see him?
Well, she posted a picture of he's almost 6 feet tall, marked on the wall.
Yeah. He can deadlift 400, back squat 470. I'm sorry, deadlift 400, back squat 370, and he just cleaned 235.
Yeah,
Yes, and he's getting big.
that's pretty big.
It's good that we have weights in the house because otherwise it wouldn't have anything, to do. Is this 5 of each?
Doing 10
Of each arm?
of each arm, yeah. Those skull crushers go, Dave?
They sucked.
Working on that tricep extension. Your push-ups are gonna work out.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do 70. Glad I didn't have to do 70 push-ups and 80 burpees yesterday.
I was warming up, and then the kids came out and needed me to do something, and I never got around to working out yesterday.
We're
I'm
doing 3 rounds. How much rest?
just kind of 3 rounds. You can move into the next round, just kind of flow right back into that curls.
So no rest.
No rest. Flowing through. Doing some hypertrophy training today. Good, moving into that press. So you think you'll be at home for a while, Dave? You said it sounded like your company was ready to keep you as much as possible.
We have our CEO and CFO live in Indiana and Kentucky, respectively. So, they travel to the office. They're in the office like 3 to 4 days a week. So I don't think they're really worried about or wanting to get back on a plane anytime soon. And the CFO, who's my boss, told us in a meeting the other day that no one had even begun to bring up, opening the office back up. Like no one's thinking about it at all. So yeah, I think it'll be a while before everyone's consistently back in the office. There's like probably 3 or 4 people who still go in every day, but and like I go in once, maybe every week or 2, but that's pretty much it.
You guys still have a wet lab though going, right? There's some bench.
Yeah, we still have a lab. That's in a different location, and those guys go in more regularly. But yeah, I mean they're in a different. They're like down the street somewhere.
Nice job, y'all. Good work on that tempo, not speeding up. Keep with that 2 seconds up, 2 seconds down. Nice job. You guys should be getting close to that third round, starting that last round.
Whew.
So today on our Metcon, we've got a long Metcon for time today. It's kind of similar to something we did a few weeks ago, about a month ago. We've changed up what's going on in the middle rounds. You'll be doing 3 rounds of 10 hollow rocks, 20 rows, and 30 double unders to start. So those 10 hollow rocks can be either a hollow hold or a V up, or we can scale those hollow rocks down if they're not great for you. But we want to be working on some core exercise there. And those 20 bent over rows, that's 20 total. So if you have a set of dumbbells, you can do 2 dumbbells at a time for this workout, or you can do singles, but the singles are going to be total numbers. So you do 10 with one arm and 10 with the other arm, and then 30 double unders. After you get through that 3 rounds, then we're going to do 5 rounds of our dumbbell shoulder to overhead. So you guys warmed up that press pretty well. But you can be doing a push press, which I'd recommend, or possibly a jerk on those last few reps. And then the other thing I want you thinking about is we've got a step up today. So if you have something you can step up on, we can be utilizing that today, or we can turn those into lunges. So kind of be thinking about that as we finish up this work.
So you're telling me I can do 10 dumbbell rows, holding one dumbbell 10 times in one arm and 10 times in the other. Or I can do 20
at the same time.
Dumbbell in each hand.
Yes. So the way it's written is I want you to do a double dumbbells for all this work. If you don't have a double dumbbell, the problem is you're going to extend your time quite significantly if I'm going to make you do 20 here and 20 here. So from a time domain, it's going to be doubling the work.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have you guys do is if you have 2 dumbbells, I want you to do 2 dumbbells. So think about what that 2 dumbbells is going to be. It's probably not going to be on the step ups. If you have something to step up on the lunges, since you're holding that down at your side, it might come at those shoulder to overheads, or it might come in those rows. I think both of those are going to be movements that'll get fatiguing. All right. So what I want you guys to do is let's kind of set up. Oh, we just lost Eduardo. Let's set up kind of our stations here. Maybe we'll grab a few reps to make sure that we have the right weight. So you can start off by giving me 4 hollow rocks and then 4 rows. And then Mark, what we're going to do is we're just going to cut that double under in half for squats. So we're going to take you to 15 squats in each one of those rounds. All right. All right, so Eduardo, we're just kind of warming up this first round here, just making sure you got a spot. I want about 4 hollow rocks, 4 rows. And then so for you, that's going to be 4 rows for each arm, just for our warm up. And then you guys have warmed up your double unders, but just make sure you still got a spot for that double under as we're getting out a lot of equipment. If you want to grab a few more of those reps, you can.
On the step ups, is that a dumbbell in each hand?
Yep. So you're going to be holding on to your set for all of them. That's why I think you're probably going to be limited by that shoulder to overhead or maybe those rows throughout this workout. So you're going to be holding on to 2 dumbbells for your shoulder to overhead, 2 dumbbells for your step ups, and 2 dumbbells for those power cleans.
I can do a different weight on the rows though, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Just because you think that's going to be more limiting than anything else?
Yeah, well, I was thinking about trying a pair of 35s for the shoulder to overhead step ups and power cleans. But I don't know if I can do 35s for 20 bent over rows.
Yeah.
6 times. That might be a lot.
All right, and then for that middle section, we're doing those shoulder to overhead. So I want you to warm up. You have those double dumbbells. Let's warm up a push press, giving me about 4 reps of that dip and drive, making sure we're driving evenly with both hands. So sometimes when we have that unilateral movement, we're driving that right arm faster or sooner than that left arm. So let's not try and get unbalanced. Let's see if we can drive them both up at the same time with those 4 push press. Maybe a little bit of a push jerk if you're dropping underneath that weight and standing it up. And then you're gonna give me 4 of those step ups, dumbbell step ups, dumbbells hanging out on your side. And Eduardo, are you stepping up on, I see a ladder back there, or are you gonna do some lunges? Okay. Yeah, give me a couple of those to make sure that we're gonna be safe doing that. And then when you finish those step ups, give me some of those power cleans. 4 power cleans with weight you
On the
chose.
power clean, do we like one head touches the ground on each dumbbell?
Yes, I'd rather you put one head down on the ground while your chest staying up than throwing your hips up high and dipping your chest down, trying to put both dumbbells on the ground, right? Yeah. All right, give me 4 power cleans there, Eduardo.
Is that 2 each side or 4 each side?
So during the workout, what I want you to do is I want you to do that. This is the total number for both hands. Right now, I just want you to warm up. So you can give me anywhere between 2, 3, 4 is fine. Just make sure we're feeling that weight's pretty good. Good. So for the warm up or for the workout, sorry, you're gonna be doing 5 rounds and 10 of the shoulder to overhead, but you're gonna be doing 5 on the right, 5 on the left. Step ups, I would trade each hand. So you might trade rounds or you might do 5 step ups with the right, 5 steps with the left. I wouldn't leave it in the same hand. There, you could also hold it kind of in front of you if you want, but just holding the weight is what we're trying to do there for those 10, and then 5 power cleans to the right and 5 on the left. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes. If you wanna get some water, need to get any music set up or need to do anything like that, and then we'll get started in this workout. I'm looking at this as taking 20 minutes, maybe A little bit less of you guys are feeling it today. Let's watch on those rows that we don't round our back and just start yanking with all of our might, trying to get that dumbbell up. Try and keep our back flat and pulling that weight straight back and lowering it straight back down. You good, Mark? Mark, you good? Step ups feel okay with that calf? You're gonna get a little extension there when you step up, especially with the weight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing a 20 inch. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not going to be. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, just watch that extension on those middle rounds, all those, that shoulder to overhead when you get that final extension, the power clean, that final extension, all of that may work into it a little bit. So you can turn it more muscle and less kind of extension maybe earlier on. All right, Dave, you good?
Good.
Here we go. I'm gonna get that clock set. All right, and here we go. 10 seconds. We are starting with 10 hollow rocks. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. 10 hollow rocks. Try to find that seed, try to find that banana, and sticking with it as you're going back and forth. And hollow rocks into those 20 overflows. That weight. Nice. With control here on that 20. Then you're gonna give me 30 double unders. 20 rows with control onto that jump rope. Try and keep your breathing as relaxed as possible on those double unders. Turning with your hands, relaxing those shoulders. Nice job, Eduardo. Good work. Knocking out those double unders. Get to that second round here. Second round of those hollow rocks. There you go, Dave. Back to those 10 hollow rocks in round 2. And into those rows. Remember, hinging those hips back with control, pulling up and down, up and down. Nice job, y'all. Nice job. Get over to that jump rope. 30 double unders again. Guys, about 3 minutes into this workout. Doing good, killing it. you go, Mark. Getting into third round. There you go, Eduardo. Starting that third round. 10 hollow rocks. Nice job, Dave. Driving that belly button down to the ground on that holly rock. Good work. You're gonna finish up this third round here. Third round. So 20 of those rows, 30 double unders. We're gonna move into our 5-round element. Good work. Finish up these double unders. You're going to get into 5 rounds of 10 shoulder to overhead, 10 step ups, 10 power cleans.
Come on.
Yeah, you're going 5 rounds now. Shoulder to overhead, 10 shoulder to overhead. Nice job. Straight into that dumbbell work. Dip and drive that weight over your head. Guys are coming up on that 6-minute mark. 10 shoulder to overhead, 10 step ups. There you go, Dave. Locking out that weight overhead with control. Then step ups, then 10 power cleans. Nice. Good work, y'all. Good work. Couple deep breaths. Get into those power cleans. Good. Think about that glute squeeze. Think about that jump, that extension. Those elbows flow back. Dumbbells come up to your shoulders. Good. 10 power cleans. Get into the second round. Shoulder to overhead again. Nice, Eduardo. Get into those step ups. There you go, Dave. Get loaded, get set. All right, standing up all the way at the top. Great work. Nice job, Eduardo. Moving into those power cleans. There you go, Mark. Good. Keeping that chest up at the bottom, jumping that weight up. Good work. Nice, Dave. Getting after those power cleans now. There you go. Finish up the second round. Starting that third round, you're just over 10 minutes in. Downhill after you finish this round. There you go, Dave. Get set, brace that core, dip and drive. Keep standing up all the way on those step ups. You can transition straight into those power cleans when you finish that step up. There you go, Dave. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Try and get that breathing under control. Shake it out a little bit. Pick up those weights. I want you finishing that third round. You're getting close. Nice, Eduardo. Starting that fourth round. Over halfway through this work. You're going that fourth round. These shoulder to overhead are fast. Dip and drive up, lock it out, bring it back down. Nice, Mark. Good work. Nice job, y'all. Keep chipping away at this work. Get through this round. Let's go. Let's go. There you go, Eduardo. Starting this last round of this set. There you go, Dave. Keep on breathing. Get set again. Shake it out. All right, get after these cleans. Nice job, Mark. Starting that 5th round. Almost there, almost there. In this 5th round, let's go. Just over 15 minutes in. All right, back to those weights, Dave. Nice, Eduardo. Getting to that final element. 3 rounds, those 10 hollow rocks again. All right, get started on those step ups, Dave. There you go. Nice, Mark. Finish up those power cleans and go into those 3 rounds of hollow rocks, rows, and double unders. Good transition getting to those hollow rocks, Mark. All right, Eduardo, starting round 2 here. You're getting close to the end. Dave, hold on for all those power cleans. Get them done. You got to put them down. Do some hollow rocks. Almost done with this middle element. All right, straight into those hollow rocks. There you go, Mark. And after those rows. Engine back. Get your 20. All right, Dave, shake it out. Get back to it. Hinging back. Send those hips back a little bit further. And give me that row. All right, we're on the last round here. Last round. There you go, Mark. Moving through the squats. Get to that last round. All right, you guys are at 20 minutes. You're getting close to the end of this workout. Nice, Eduardo. Finish strong. Finish strong. Almost there. Almost there. Nice job. 21, 26. All right, Mark, you're almost there. Finish up those squats. Nice. 21, 51. All right, Dave, let's see it. Last round. And get those 10 out of those rows. Come on.
There you go, Dave. Nice, Dave.
Almost there. Shake it out. Finish up those rows. Hinging back. Elbows going straight back. All right. Smooth and consistent. Your last 30, you're there.
Nice, Dave.
Nice job. 23, 30.